All right, hey South Texas. Hope your day is going well today. We're starting off today with some pretty chilly conditions, and that's going to be the case here as we make our way throughout the next really few mornings. Some colder weather has settled in behind all that snow that we had just over the weekend. Let me turn down my volume real quick on my phone. You'll notice that mountain cedar coming in at a medium level for today. Mold is coming in at a light level. You'll see a 230 on the mountain cedar. That's a big drop. By the way, I've got Facebook up right now. Feel free to ask me any questions that you may have about the forecast. I would be happy to answer them for you. All right, looks like we got everything set up here just fine. So, yeah, mountain cedar dropping down to a 230 level. That's actually really nice because we've had mountain cedar spiking at even five-digit numbers more recently, and seeing it drop back down is nice to see. We've needed to get some relief from some of that higher levels of mountain cedar. I see good morning from Michael Morales. Good morning to you. No snow in Ponder. That's what MJ's saying. Sorry, some spots were just not expected to see snow yesterday. You know, we had snow for parts of the hill country. Again, not all of the hill country was expected to see it, but it's because a lot of us stayed above freezing. So a lot of us saw just plain old rain because a lot of us were staying above freezing as we headed throughout the day yesterday. And even some spots that saw snow, parts of San Antonio, it melted pretty quick. So, much of the snow is actually already gone across the region. Looking at the sky conditions, you'll notice that it's a little cloudy in northwest San Antonio. Meanwhile, Calaveras Lake sitting at 41, seeing some blue sky out their way, just in some spots. It's more of a partly cloudy sky. Temperatures above freezing across the region. 35 in Fredericksburg, though. Notice where the winds are blowing from. That's what those green lines are on the screen. That's showing us wind speed and direction. And it's blowing out of the northwest. So with that, that's actually air that's going over some of the snowpack area where they had a lot of snow just closer to San Angelo. And that's what is going to keep the hill country a lot cooler today. They're at 35 in Fredericksburg, and they're honestly not going to warm up that much. 37 in Kerrville, 36 in Rock Springs. Meanwhile, it is 42 in San Antonio. So yes, that will be impacting us as well. No rain out there, just a little bit of cloud cover. Not expecting anything in the way of precipitation today. Looking at the state as a whole, you'll notice that there's a good amount of cloud cover in spots. Meanwhile, the state of Mississippi and into Alabama, they're still dealing with snow and rain from the same system that brought us snow and rain. Looking at visible satellite, and I wanted to show this because this is pretty cool. Where you're seeing there no movement of the clouds in parts of Texas, where we're looking at cloud cover here, where you're seeing no movement, that is actually snow on the ground. So visible satellite is showing where we're seeing snow on the ground across the Lone Star State this morning, where snow has not melted yet. Definitely those higher amounts that were closer on towards San Angelo. So as far as the future clouds and radar is concerned, you'll notice that the winds are going to continue to be out of the north as we head throughout today. Switching a little bit more to the northeast, though, as we head into tonight. And you'll see temperatures are going to eventually rise up to the 50s, 40s, and 50s this afternoon. 50s for areas south of Highway 90, that is. And then you see it tonight. We really see the temperatures drop. This is going to be a pipe freeze type incident for the hill country. For San Antonio, you'll want to make sure you take care of your pets, plants, and people. Of course, make sure people have a way to stay warm. Any of those in the community that may not have a heater in their home or may not have ways to get warm, make sure they at least know of somewhere to go or have a way to stay warm throughout the evening. Pets, make sure you bring them in. If they're outdoor pets, make sure they have good shelter to stay warm in. And also, guys, this is very important, make sure their water bowls don't freeze. The water in their bowls, make sure that you have a way to keep it melted. I know that a lot of livestock farmers will go out there and they'll keep the water moving. They'll use a pole or something to just keep the ice broken up. Make sure you do that for any outdoor pets. And then also pipes in the hill country. You want to make sure pipes are outdoor faucets are covered. Make sure you wrap your pipes. And if you have any sinks in your home that are against an exterior wall, open up the cupboards under the sink to let warm air flow in around the pipes themselves, and also drip your faucets. But that's really just for the hill country where they're going to be under an extended period of time with temperatures below freezing. Typically, you have to be below freezing for a good amount of hours for you to have to worry about a pipe freeze. As we make our way into Tuesday afternoon, we will warm up nicely, 40s and 50s. A little bit of cloud cover here and there, but I think we're going to see a good amount of sunshine at times too before we finish up the day on Tuesday. And then for Wednesday morning, starting off the temperatures in the 30s, and we'll eventually see temperatures rise into the 50s for the afternoon. So warmer weather is on the way. Don't worry. If you're not a fan of this cold, we do have some warmer weather in the forecast. I see Juan says from downtown San Antonio, good morning, everyone. Stay warm and everyone stay encouraged. Some great advice there from Juan. Thank you so much, Juan. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you. As far as the rainfall is concerned, not too much of it. So if you had a lot of outdoor stuff you wanted to get done this week, it's looking like a good week for that. You notice less than a quarter of an inch for everybody, and a lot of us are going to make it through the next 7 days without a drop of rain. Of course, that's after yesterday's rain. Yesterday's rain was really good, and this is the reason why. It was our third wettest day since last May. So that lets you know that we have been really dry. We picked up about 0.83 inches, so just a little more than 3/4 of an inch, I guess you could say, of rainfall here for San Antonio, and that was our third wettest day since last May. It has been very dry recently for South Texas. We finished up the year 2020 more than 10 inches behind our average. We needed the rain, and it's nice to know that we were able to get some. So I see a question here. Valerie's wanting to know what the pollen count is for today. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but Valerie, I'm happy to bump back to show it to you real quick. We're about to talk about the aquifer again, guys. We just talked about how we had a good amount of rain yesterday. We're about to look at the aquifer, but real quick, the allergy report, Valerie, showing medium levels of mountain cedar. Mold is coming in at a light level for today. So things are lighter for today compared to what they've been at the last few days. But you may still find some allergens bugging you, just that could be lingering on in the home, just because we had such a big spike last week with 5 digits even up to into the mountain cedar, very heavy amounts. So some things could still be bothering you a little bit with that. So again, we had a lot of rain yesterday, not too much rain over the next 7 days, but the aquifer holding strong, more than 664.5 feet. Now at 664.6, it rose 1/10 of a foot within the last 24 hours, and the 10-day average at 663.9. So no concerns there. I think that once we head into Thursday, remember every Thursday our drought monitor updates. Last Thursday, we saw the extreme drought really get cut back. This next Thursday, I think it's going to get cut back even more. It's great to see. We need the rainfall. The drought has really been an issue here, really not just for the last year, but the last 2 years. 2019, we finished up more than 10 inches behind our average amount of rainfall. So that lets you know 2 really dry years in a row, we could use the rain, and it's nice to know that we're starting off the year 2021 on the right foot. So extreme drought still an issue for parts of South Texas, but once Thursday's drought monitor comes out, I think we're going to see a lot of improvement there. We may even get to add a little bit more rain before it comes out. Notice that 10% change for rain on Tuesday. Remember what we saw in the 7-day rainfall totals. Not too much expected. I think a majority of the rain, if we do see any, will be closer towards the coast. And even then, we're talking less than 1/4 of an inch. So not too much rain, maybe a little bit of drizzle here and there for Tuesday. That's about it. Now, you may be wondering, wait, are we going to get snow? Because temperatures are going to be in the 20s when we wake up. Well, once the rain arrives, temperatures are going to be well above freezing. So if we do get anything, we're talking plain old rain for Tuesday. But again, the chance for rain is very low, only at a 10%. So 40s for highs this afternoon, 20s when you wake up tomorrow morning, very chilly. Again, make sure you protect people, pets, plants, and pipes if you're in the hill country. People, pets, plants for everyone else outside of the hill country because, again, it takes a while for pipes to freeze. But I think that they will be below freezing long enough in the hill country to have a pipe freeze issue. For Wednesday, lows in the 30s, highs in the 60s, and you see we climb the ladder all the way up to 70 for the high on Thursday. It is going to be a nice warm day there for Thursday afternoon. 40s for lows on Friday, 50s for highs, because on Thursday we're going to have the passage of a dry cold front. Not expecting it to be a big Arctic blast, but it is going to cool us down a little bit 40s for lows, 50s for highs, 30s for lows, and 60s for highs on Saturday. Plenty of sunshine to go around. It will be a gorgeous Saturday to spend some time outdoors. Make sure you have some plans to spend some time outside on Saturday just because it is going to be so nice. And then we make our way into Sunday. 20% chance for rain. Rain chances really low, but clouds increasing, so not as nice as Saturday. That's why I said make plans for Saturday. But if you have plans for Sunday, the rain chances are really low, so don't cancel them because, again, I think you'll still be able to get outside and have a good time. So, let's see. We got our rainfall outlook. I was seeing if we had any questions. I don't see any questions coming in. But we have our rainfall outlook for the next 8 to 14 days. So beyond the next 7 days, which look pretty dry after yesterday's rain, it looks like we're going to stay on this drier trend. So not only are we going to be drier with some spots not picking up any rain over the next 7 days, we may make it through the next 8 to 14 days without picking up a drop of rain in some spots as well. So while we started off January with some pretty wet conditions at times, it looks like for the middle to latter part of the month, it will be a little bit drier. But this doesn't take into account the last few days. Maybe the last few days of January will bring us a good amount of rainfall. And then from day 8 through day 14, looks like temperatures around average. Remember where that is. We got lows in the lower 40s, highs in the lower 60s. That's average for this time of year. So that looks like it won't change much as we make our way throughout the next really 2 weeks, not just throughout the next week. Terry Bush says hi from Shirts, Texas. Hello, Terry. Hope you're doing well today. Terry wants to know if the snow is coming back, and the answer is no, at least not for now, not over the next week. We're just going to be left with very low chances for rain on Tuesday and then on Sunday, and that's about it. Not expecting anything in the way of snow, or also not expecting anything in the way of a big Arctic blast like what we've been having here. Now, we're still experiencing the cold from the Arctic blast that we just had. So, it's still going to be cold, but not expecting another push of an Arctic air mass. Jenny says she loves the weather outlook. Yeah, I like it too. I wish we could get a little bit more rain. Yesterday's rain was great, though. I was happy to see it. But, it's great weather to spend time outside with lows in the 40s and highs in the 60s, possible from day 8 through day 14. That's great weather to spend time outside. So I hope everyone can get out and enjoy it. So moving on in the timeline here, the Lone Star 3-day forecast. Notice that we have a highs in the 30s, 40s, and even 50s across the state for today. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, we see temperatures slowly trending up. So we'll see warmer weather for our neighbors as well by the time we get to Wednesday with plenty of sunshine. Reagan says, rain, mud, how do I break the news to my dogs? They go on a potty strike. That's a good one, Reagan. Yeah, my dog is kind of the same way. He hates being wet, and he's not a fan whenever it's time to go out in the rain to have to use the bathroom. So, Reagan, your dogs will have some better weather once we make it into the middle of the week. I think a lot of the mud on the ground will dry up. And not really expecting any rainfall from that. So hopefully they can just hold it together until then. Diana has thrown out a happy birthday to one of her friends there. Thank you so much, Diana. And I don't see any other questions coming in. So let's move forward in the timeline. And then we got the Texas State Park forecast. Now this is for tomorrow. Look at how cold it's going to be in the morning. If you know anybody camping out at a state park tonight, man, I hope they bundle up. I hope they have a 0-degree sleeping bag in order to stay warm enough. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s when we wake up tomorrow across our Texas state parks. So if you do any morning hikes, you're going to need the extra jacket. You're going to need maybe even some hot hands, the scarf, the mittens, the special head warmer, a special hat. Just to stay warm. And then as we head into the afternoon, notice we start off the day with a bit of sunshine. But we see that cloud cover build in for the afternoon. Remember, that's where that 10% chance for rain is coming in as well for the afternoon on Tuesday. It's not in the morning. It's more into the afternoon. That's why I said we're not expecting any snow possibilities from this lower rain chance for tomorrow. So, guys, that's about it. I just wanted to hop on real quick, give a quick update to the forecast. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Here's another look at that 7-day forecast before I sign off of here. Get out and enjoy today. It is a little bit cold. It is a little bit muddy in spots, so just be on the lookout for that. Make sure you bundle up. Make sure you bundle up tonight. Remember, pets, plants, people all across South Texas. Make sure that everyone's taken care of. And then pipes in the hill country. That's where we could have some pipe freezes overnight just because of how cold it's going to be. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll keep you updated on everything right here at Ken's 5. Don't forget, we're live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We are live on the Ken's 5 app. If you don't have the Ken's 5 app, download it from the App Store. And we're also live on kens5.com. Whenever we do these lives, we keep you updated on every platform. And don't forget, the Ken's 5 app can be really useful because it can give you updates for your weather when you're on the go. Great to have in your pocket at all times. And also, you get news alerts whenever they come out. We also put out that 613 presser every day that the city does on the coronavirus update. That's done on our app. And whenever we go live, you'll get a push notification. You'll be like, oh, I can watch this now. So make sure you have that downloaded. It's a great tool to have, not just for weather, but also for news in the area. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And of course, we'll keep you updated right here at Ken's 5.